Good evening, Tallahassee. I am student meteorologist Zach Law here with your brief weather overview. Currently, we're sitting at 85 degrees, scattered storms all around the area, and we are seeing 11-mile-per-hour winds associated with some of those storms. So looking at the radar, here's that line of showers that came in around 2 o'clock, and then from here on out, we've sort of seen showers to the north of us, showers to the south of us, but not much in the Tallahassee area. We might see 1 or 2 more splashes before we go to bed here in the Tallahassee area tonight. And looking at the big picture of the southeast, we have this low pressure system sitting over the Dallas area, and that actually is showing a yellow area, meaning there is a tornado watch in the area as we're expecting some severe storms to come in the next few hours there. And looking at the 3-day forecast, we're seeing 50% chance of rain tomorrow, and as the rain and clouds move out of the way, we're going to see the temperature start to creep up into the mid-90s by the end of the week. And looking at the rest of our show, we're going to see rain chances dropping after Thursday. We're going to see a good weekend, and we're looking forward to the FSU baseball game. I'm now going to pass things off to Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. And it was a pretty unsettled day across a lot of the southeast. You can notice how we had a lot of showers and thunderstorms in the southeast region with temperatures pretty rain-cooled, 78 in Atlanta, 87 in Montgomery, and 82 in Charleston. A little bit warmer off towards the west, 91 in Shreveport, 92 in Little Rock. They haven't had much shower and thunderstorm activity, but that will change as we go into the overnight hours. Notice how the dew points, everyone's well into the 70s or in the upper 60s, so it's very humid out there, and we have a lot of moisture coming out the Gulf and the Atlantic to fuel these showers and thunderstorms. Now the winds, notice how we have the southerly flow or a pretty southeasterly flow down towards Florida. So that's really increasing the moisture values as you saw by the dew points and giving more of those fuels for those showers and thunderstorms. So you can see had a pretty big coverage across the Panhandle in North Florida today. Had this little, again, disturbed area that just moved through the Panhandle in North Florida. Typical sea breeze stuff down towards Central and South Florida. And then we had these very isolated, scattered showers and thunderstorms in Alabama and Georgia and to the Carolinas. Off towards the west, though, we do have developing storms, and they will become severe as we go into the next few hours out towards the Dallas area and the Fort Worth area. So we have a tornado watch in effect for Dallas, and then a severe thunderstorm watch in pink out towards San Angelo. And so watch how these storms will develop. We do have flooding concerns, but that's really well to the north of us. The Mississippi River is still relatively high, so we have to watch that out for the next few days. But again, watch how these storms really develop. You saw how we had these discrete supercells, and then they really combined going into the overnight hours into this mesoscale convective system, so very strong line of showers and thunderstorms moving through the northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, and northern Georgia regions. Watch how they progress off towards the east as we go into Thursday morning. And then finally for tomorrow, we'll have those showers and thunderstorms probably in the morning out towards Atlanta. Rest of the area, expect your normal afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and we should get a drying trend as we go towards the weekend. So let's send off to Tyler with our local.
Thank you, Michael. And right now, it says we have some scattered thunderstorms, but really, we are just seeing some clouds in Tallahassee right now. That sun's really starting to shine through. Right now, we're sitting at 85 degrees. Zooming out to the rest of the Big Bend region, it's pretty much the same story for all of us in the mid-80s. As we get towards the coast, St. Mark's and Perry are sitting at 79, a little bit more comfortable. Apalachicola getting all the way up to 86, though. And our dew points are very, very high. It's very muggy all throughout the Big Bend region, especially in Carabel and Sumatra at 79 degrees. And looking at how that impacts the heat index, which is how it actually feels outside, it's very hot in Sumatra at 96 degrees. As we move eastward, where they're still seeing some rain, it feels a little bit cooler at 82 in Perry. As we move northward into southern Georgia, feeling a little bit cooler in Thomasville and Valdosta at 85, but Bainbridge still sticking up there at 91 degrees. Looking at our winds, we have a lot of winds coming from the southwest, from the Gulf of Mexico, bringing in a lot of moisture for our region. Pretty breezy all throughout the Big Bend region, especially once again in Apalachicola at 18 miles per hour right now. As we move eastward, those winds start to die down a little bit. Checking out the satellite radar, not really any thunderstorms in Tallahassee right now. All of them are situated to the south and to the north of us, and they're really moving eastward right now into Cross City and towards Gainesville. So much of the Panhandle doesn't really have to worry about the storms anymore. But they're moving eastward. So as we zoom out to look at our national view, as we've alluded to before, a lot of storms are going to start developing east of Dallas, even though we don't quite see them yet. And a lot of thunderstorms and rain north of St. Louis in all throughout the Illinois area. And we're seeing those storms move off the east coast of Florida as well. For our next 24 hours, that rain's finally going to start to completely clear out by about 7:45 tonight. Still going to see some cloud coverage all throughout the late night and early morning hours. Not going to see much rain, but as we move into tomorrow, we're going to keep those chances up for some scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Looking at tonight, all throughout the region, we're going to be hitting the mid-70s for the most part. Still expecting some rain for some regions, but not really too much. Our hot spot, once again, is Apalachicola at 78 degrees tonight. And looking at tomorrow, all throughout the Big Bend region, we're going to be in those upper 80s and low 90s. Bainbridge getting up there at 94, expecting to see some rain all throughout the region. But right now, I'm going to pass things off to Michael with the national view, and there's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, there's a quick look at your 7-day forecast. Notice how we really dry up and heat up the temperatures as we go into next week. But in our national picture, we do have a lot of these showers and thunderstorms in the eastern 2/3 of the country. Lots of action to look at to in the next few hours. So you'll notice how we do have temperatures well into the 90s and 100 down towards San Antonio. But out towards Dallas, notice how we are getting those showers and thunderstorms really developing. The rest of the country, pretty unsettled. Again, the eastern 2/3, again, very unsettled in terms of showers and thunderstorms. It's because we have a lot of moisture to work with. Stream of moisture coming up from the Gulf and the Atlantic, giving all these fuel and moisture for these showers and thunderstorms. And the winds, you can notice, slowly flow for a lot of the nation. So you're getting a lot of moisture to work with for the showers and thunderstorms. Notice in the warm sector how we have all these scattering of showers and thunderstorms, honestly looking like little dots across the map. Now out towards Dallas, that's where we're going to zoom into. You can notice how we have an enhanced risk in Dallas, Fort Worth, and in the Shreveport and southern Arkansas area. And we have slight risk around that and have some slight risk in South Dakota and northern Wyoming. Let's zoom into Dallas first. And you can notice we already have some supercells developing. 3 severe thunderstorm warnings out toward just north and east of Dallas, and they're going to develop even more as we go into the next few hours. For that, we have a tornado watch in effect to midnight Central Standard Time, and back towards San Angelo, we have a severe thunderstorm watch for the same time, around midnight. Now, out towards the center part of the country in the Ohio River Valley and the Tennessee River Valley, we have another low spinning around St. Louis, and so that's enhancing the shower and thunderstorm activity. And we've had repeated rounds of these showers and thunderstorms, so we have multiple flash flood warnings in effect in dark red. And we also had the severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 9 Central Standard Time, with some severe thunderstorm warnings on the Kentucky and Tennessee border. Now, we do have to worry about the flooding. You saw a lot of flash flood watches and warnings in effect. We have flash flood warnings in red, flood warnings in light green, and a flash flood watch in dark green for at least the next 2 days. Repeated rounds of showers and thunderstorms expected in the Ohio River Valley and in the Northeast. Now, out towards South Dakota and Wyoming, we have some scattered severe thunderstorms. We have 1 severe thunderstorm warning on the Wyoming-Montana border, and we are expecting to be Omaha, you saw, is mostly dry. We are expecting those dry conditions to continue into the evening hours for Texas Tech versus FSU. Going to start within the next 45 minutes, with temperatures gradually cooling down into the 70s. Now, the next 24 hours shows you how we have the thunderstorms out towards the Midwest and the Northeast. And notice how that stuff down towards Dallas really develops into a line of thunderstorms. We'll move through the Atlanta area and the Birmingham area early tomorrow morning, and conditions should clear out in the afternoon. We'll have those scattered showers and thunderstorms across the Atlantic coastline and the Big Bend region in Tallahassee and surrounding areas for tomorrow afternoon, and conditions should gradually dry up as we go into the weekend for the southeast. So tonight, very muggy and humid with those showers and thunderstorms across the south. And then for tomorrow, another hot day in Texas, but with no rain expected. Meanwhile, typical conditions in the southeast, with the rain continuing in the Midwest. Well, Now let's send off to Tyler with our Florida.
And once again, Florida is also feeling the typical conditions for this time of year. All throughout Florida, we're seeing mid to upper 80s, except in those rain-cooled spots of Orlando and Gainesville, getting down to 72 and 76 degrees. Very moist all throughout Florida, though. That's what you expect here. Sea breeze bringing a lot of moisture for the region. Orlando's our lowest, or West Palm Beach is our lowest dew point at 68 degrees. So they're feeling a little bit more comfortable than the rest of us. But those regions where there's not a lot of rain but a lot of moisture, it's feeling really hot. Fort Myers at 106 right now. I wouldn't want to be there. I'm glad I'm in Tallahassee where it feels a little bit better at 94. And looking at the winds, you see all the winds coming from the Gulf Coast right now. Those westerlies are bringing in a lot of moisture. Pretty breezy all throughout Florida, with our breeziest place at Pensacola at 17 miles per hour. Looking at the satellite, we can see those storms moving off of the east coast by Jacksonville right now. Let's zoom into that. Moving in towards Daytona Beach right now. As we move towards Tampa, the storms have already started to clear out of the region, moving eastward. Spring Hill is also in the clear for the most part. And Miami, we're seeing some thunderstorms north of Miami right now. And those thunderstorms even further north are finally starting to move off of the coast. But in a new segment, I'm going to take us through some different cities in Central Florida for a 3-day forecast to see what you can expect. In Tampa, not really expecting much rain. Going to be pretty great conditions to head downtown if you're in Tampa Bay. Getting up to 94 by Saturday, but not too bad. Once you get to Orlando, if you're going to Disney or Universal Studios, watch out for those pop-up afternoon showers. And it's going to get pretty hot at 96 by the weekend. So make sure you pack some sunblock if you're heading to the parks. In Melbourne, great time to hit the Indian River on your boat would be Friday. Not expecting much rain. Thursday, we're at a 30% chance. Saturday, you're at a 20% chance. So if you don't want to get caught in the rain, Friday would probably be the best time to go. And then if you head up to Daytona Beach, if you're hitting the beaches, you're going to expect some pop-up afternoon showers if you get there in the afternoon. So I recommend getting there earlier in the morning if you can, especially on Saturday and on the weekends. Saturday getting up to 93 degrees. Over the next 24 hours, we're really going to see that rain start to clear out of Florida. And you're going to see some showers as we go throughout to late tomorrow morning and into the afternoon, but not as much widespread rain as we are experiencing today. And looking at tonight, we're going to be in the mid-70s all throughout, with our hotspot being Key West at 82 degrees tonight. They're not really cooling down, but they don't heat up much either. Key West going to be at 88 degrees tomorrow, and going to be in the mid-90s all throughout the rest of Florida. But now we're going to talk about Tallahassee again with Zach.
Thanks, Tyler. So looking out at our Doak Campbell sky cam, we're seeing those cloudy conditions. We're seeing scattered storms around the area, but not directly here in Tallahassee, and we're sitting at 85 degrees right now. Looking at our temperature, we're seeing 85 here in Tallahassee, a little bit cooler down towards the coast, 79 at St. Mark's, and about the same for most of the region in those low to mid 80s. And seeing these dew points, we're seeing 76 degree dew point here in Tallahassee. With that air temperature we have outside, it is feeling quite muggy and very uncomfortable. And as a result, our heat index is very high. We have a heat index in Tallahassee here of 94 degrees. And down more towards the coast, we're seeing a little bit cooler, actually 11 degrees cooler heat index, 83 in St. Mark's, 82 in Perry. So down south is more where you want to be to feel those cooler temperatures, a little bit of relief down there. And looking at our wind speed around Tallahassee area, we're seeing 12-mile-an-hour winds coming more out of the west, going towards the east a little bit. And that's as we're seeing those higher wind speeds as a result of some of those thunderstorms that came through. Apalachicola down here by the coast, 18-mile-per-hour winds down there. That's a hot spot, looking at very high winds. And our satellite and radar shows those storms that sort of pushed through earlier today. Lately, we saw some activity in Tallahassee around 9 o'clock. Then we try to see another area of thunderstorms come up around 2 here. And ever since then, everything's sort of been to the south and north. We've been sort of dodging it out. We may see a small little tiny shower or two before we go to bed. But other than that, it looks like Tallahassee is for the most part clear, and we're going to see some cloudy conditions for the rest of the night. Maybe a splash of rain. Looking into tonight, 74 degrees here in Tallahassee. Thunderstorms early. We can expect those to clear out. We can expect the clouds to probably stick around for a little bit. You can expect those winds to start to die down. See 5-mile-per-hour winds there. And for your dog walking forecast, We're going to see the best time to be walking your dog out there tomorrow morning. Try to get out at or before 9 a.m. to get the coolest temperatures, 82 degrees, still not too comfortable. And for your 7-day forecast, we're going to start to see the temperatures heat up a little bit into the weekend and the rain chances go away, as well as the clouds. We'll be seeing temperatures creep up near 97 on Sunday. And as for all of us here at FSU Weather, have a great evening and go Noles tonight as they play Texas Tech.